Okay, now I'll kind of talk a little bit more about each page. I realized as I was painting this cover that it bleeds through a ton and it really does not like to be painted on. So if you get one of these, I would recommend just drawing on the cover. The cover paper is not the same as what's inside, so just something to keep in mind. This first page was a pretty exciting page actually, because it was the day I was being filmed for Wilderness Scotland, and we went into the woods and I was just drawing and painting, and yeah, really crazy experience.
I think everyone has something unique to say, and it's beautiful to hear and to see someone expressing themselves.
Just a bunch of studies. I think this was about the time I went to the coast like 4 days in a row to study rocks. And actually this bottom one was one little moment painting on the Isle of Skye. Which goes to the next page as well. So this was all Isle of Skye. These two I painted on location, and this one was in the studio. Then just some local studies again. This one was in the forest. I believe that was part of a video I did about the Etcher Slate Mini. And then this was just a coastal study again. And both of these are watercolor and gouache. This page was when I went to Glencoe for the first time ever. I stayed at this place. The little town was called Loch Earnhead, but this was one big loch that I was painting, Loch Earn, and lots of little details around the area. So much fun to like pick out little details that really tell the story of a location and include them in the travel page. And then this was the only one I did at Glencoe because it was so misty and rainy and just really moody. I really want to go back and paint in the summer, although I'll probably get eaten alive by midges. To read it, you actually have to rotate the whole sketchbook and follow the trail. But I posted a video about this, which I will link below, and I actually read what I wrote here if you're curious about that. This was on the way home from that trip. I stopped at at a place called Dunkeld, and I visited the Burnham oak tree, which is over 600 years old, and just did a quick sketch. I believe I also have a video about this one. And more studies from that location. These were done after the fact, after I got home, but I usually try to paint when it's all fresh in my mind, so the night I get home or the morning the next day, like as soon as I can. And then this little one was a separate painting I did way before this. Just a little gorse bush study from a local trail. And then all of this was from my trip to Loch Lomond. Well, the whole area, like the Trossachs National Park, we were driving for a long time, just sightseeing and exploring. So we drove all these windy roads around a ton of different lochs, and it was beautiful. And then we went to this place called Kilmartin Glen, which has several sites of prehistoric stones, like standing stones, stone circles, cairns, just so many cool things. And a lot of them have cup and ring markings, Pictish markings. So really cool stuff you can go study. And just so interesting to be around these objects that were created, or like those stones were moved obviously, but then they were carved into like 5,000 years ago. And there's no like concrete proof about what all of it means. There's lots of theories, and I just find it fascinating to study. So I captured a bunch of different details from that area and tried to fit it all on one page, which was a challenge. But I really like the more I go on little trips like this, the more I like doing pages like this. So I think I'll continue to explore that in the future. And then the final page was just some local studies. Actually, this was part of a plein air video I made for my patrons. And I didn't draw on the back of the cover this time because, again, this cover paper isn't super nice to work on. But yeah, that's it. These sketchbooks are not very big. There's only 20 pages, so they go really quickly, but the paper is so nice to work on. And as I've shown in previous videos, one of the main reasons I like them is because they're soft cover. So if I'm outside painting and I don't want to take up a lot of room on my lap, I can just fold it over. So huge benefit to soft cover sketchbooks. But that's it. Thank you all for watching. See you again soon.
Explain where you're going down. Yeah, explain.